Hi, my name is Jonathan Bionic. I go by Bionic. I've been dancing since I was 11 years old. I've been doing popping and locking ever since I was 15 years old. I first started dancing when I was about 11 years old, and during that time, I was more into like the social dances like Robocop and the Running Man and Roger Rabbit and stuff like that, and Cabbage Patch. More of a, just fun dances that I would catch my brothers or my neighbors doing. And when I started trying to b-boy, I couldn't really do it too much because I was a little chubby kid, and it was hard for me to pull off a lot of the moves. I remember catching this one kid, one of my neighbors. He started doing a lot of robotic movements and like little puzzle type moves, and I was kind of interested in it. I was like, whoa, that's pretty crazy. And I tried practicing that out, and I found out I was a little bit more creative with it, so I stuck to that style. I think the first thing about popping that people really need to know about is that it actually had nothing to do with hip-hop. It was actually its own dance in itself. It was more like in the funk movement back in the day, and during that time it was more like Soul Train and people just having fun and grooving and just feeling the music. Popping came from locking, and locking is sort of like that wrist twirl move and that feel. I mean, the major group that actually made things happen for me was when I joined this group called Rock Force, and I was 15 at the time. From traveling, that's where, like, being with that group, Rock Force, that's when I realized I wanted to take the dance on. After Rock Force, I realized I wanted to get more into like theatrical dancing. So I got down with my groups Machine Gun Funk and Soul Sector. Machine Gun Funk is it's an all-popping group. Like when you get into a group like Soul Sector, it's b-boying, house, hip-hop, locking, and there's not too many groups out there that can do all styles. I mean, as a true trained dancer, you want to be able to learn more dances and take on different dances just other than what you do. You know what I mean? If you're going to make it as a dancer out here, you have to be indispensable. You want to learn other styles. So I did the UK Championships. It was sponsored by Sony, and it was, of course, thrown in the UK. They looked at me as like the underdog, so I was like a low card. They put me down on low because they thought I was going to get wiped out on my first round. And what ended up happening is I made it all the way to the finals. The most recent job that I did was something for PlayStation, and it was for the Sony PS3. It was pretty cool because it was green screen, and it was my first time to actually mess around with green screen and motion capturing type movement. Some of the projects that I'm working on is, I'm part of Mighty 4, and I opened the popping and locking competition, so I'm going to be taking that. It's like my event coordination that I'm going to be taking care of, and we're going to be going on a world tour pretty soon. It's sort of like I'm just trying to grow the popping scene. As in my groups, we just started building our websites, and I know it's a shameless plug, but we have www.soulsector.org, and we have machinegunfunk.com, and we're just kind of still working on the website for promotion and helping this tour out with our groups. I'm just trying to just teach a lot more. I just want to build the dance scene here and grow with the community.